Peace is a lie. That is what the Sith believe. They promise power. Now they wield it. We face the greatest Sith in generations. They must be stopped.
So guys, a Star Wars remake is actually happening. Well, now I can talk about it, just delve into my thoughts, discussing it. I was holding off until I do a proper video on this. So, I'm excited, man. I really am excited, and I was really associated with this game. I thought this was going to be a remaster. Because if you look at Asper Media's track record, and I'll probably show something, they're not known for remakes. They're not known for actually game development. They're known for ports, putting games from, from original ports to different ports. They've done Knights of the Republic remake a bunch of times on, I'm guessing like different consoles and mobile games, and the mobile is fantastic, really, really great. Knights of the Republic 1, Knights of the Republic 2, fantastic. But they're also known for other ports and stuff like that for random games out there. But I thought for the longest time this was going to be a remaster, and I have to eat my words. I was wrong. I thought this was going to be a remaster, and that's it. But this is indeed a remake, because I heard from the horse's mouth himself, the head guy of Asper Media, or one of the head guys, that this interviewer asked him like twice that is this a remake? Is this a remake? Because this is something big. It's not a remaster. That he then indeed said it was a remaster. So I'll probably show something in a little bit so you guys know.
Oh, we got the announcement of a remake for Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. So Ryan, I guess my question is this like a remaster of the original game, or what's going on here?
It's so much more, Sid. This is a complete remake of this beloved Star Wars story. For Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic remake, we are rebuilding from the ground up while maintaining that integrity of story and character from the original.
So Ryan, how much of a remake are we talking about here? I mean, is this updating some graphics, adding some higher resolution modes?
The original Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic is a true classic and one of our favorite Star Wars stories ever. We want to honor that original story and make it as impactful for players today. In terms of the visuals, we have an opportunity to present this story with a much higher level of fidelity than was possible in the past, while making sure that we're being authentic to what players loved about that original game.
And if we look at some of the articles out there, this is really unfortunate, and I do not like it, but something we have to discuss, that the Knights of the Republic remake is official, and it is a timed PS5 exclusive. So this is like a big announcement for Sony, and kudos for them for getting this. But I'm not a big fan of time exclusives. I think they're the worst. I think it is better to have a time exclusive though than having a console exclusive associated with that. So it's like only on that console you can play it. Especially if it's like a big title like Star Wars. Like, I'd be pretty fucking pissed off if that happened. But that's not the case. So the game was revealed during the PlayStation Showcase stream last week, and is being developed by Asper Media, the studio behind several recent Star Wars remasters, including the excellent mobile games for the KOTOR 1 and KOTOR 2, which I'm really surprised by, but they're fantastic. Sony later confirmed on the official PlayStation blog that the game will be a console exclusive on PlayStation 5 at launch, implying it will also be on PC on day one, and will be coming to Xbox Series X and S at a later date. So the fact that it's going to come on PC as well, I'm gonna get it on PC. Absolutely, that's going to be the way to go for me. I'm definitely going to get it on PC. I'm not going to get it on PlayStation 5, but the fact that it's locked on PlayStation 5 at launch, and I'm guessing like a year later or 6 months later, everything else, maybe PC on day one, I have no clue. it's a shitty move. And the thing is, like, not many people have the PlayStation 5s or Xbox Series X's or S's. Who? I managed to luck out and get the Series X, and my brother got the PlayStation 5 and stuff. But it's a really ballsy move because it's like not everybody has that shit. And Sony thinks, I guess, you have it, and Microsoft thinks you have it too. And it's just like, it's not coming out on Xbox One or PlayStation 4. No, you have to get it on the new consoles. So they did also reveal that we're rebuilding it from the ground up with the latest tech to match the groundbreaking standard of innovation established by the original, all while staying true to its revered story. This is a complete remake of the beloved Star Wars story, he said. For Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic remake, we are building from the ground up while maintaining the integrity of the story and the character from the original. Now, associated with this, there has been some rumors, some leaks, that the KOTOR 1 remake is going to have its story and continuity elements from the first game remade or altered to make it fit into the Disney Star Wars timeline. So how I feel about that is it's pretty... I don't know. I couldn't tell you how that's going to be done because I'm not really familiar with the Disney Star Wars timeline at all. I'm familiar with Legends. That's about it. So, associated with Legends, I'm familiar with the Knights of the Republic 1 and 2. And I love the stories, and I don't want anything to change from that. And if they do have to change that stuff, I'm not going to be fond of it. If it's going to be minor stuff here and there, whatever. But if it's going to be, like, pretty big stuff, you know, with the characters, like Bastila or something, I'm probably not going to be happy with that. And I have a feeling that's probably going to piss me off a lot. And I'm having a feeling that they're going to do that. They're going to be changing a lot of things from the game to stay true to the Disney Star Wars timeline, and just to revamp some things, I guess, to make it more streamlined for people. So I'm not going to be fond of it because I'm really, like, true to heart Knights of the Republic. I'm a super fan when it comes to that. And if anything they change, I'm kind of like... I don't know, I'm not a big fan of that. For me, personally. I know other people will feel differently. But there is that. I'm not feeling that when it comes to that. And then, so it is coming to PC too. That has been confirmed as well. The long-rumored remake was officially announced as part of today's, PlayStation Showcase event, and naturally the trailer only made mention of a PlayStation 5 version. However, a follow-up blog post from the developers confirms the KOTOR is only a PlayStation exclusive in console terms and only a time exclusive. I can't speak. Exclusive at that. So, yeah, there is a PC version coming as well. And then, yeah, so I am excited. I really looking forward to this KOTOR remake. I'm not looking forward to how they're going to change the story and stuff. I have a feeling it's not going to go as good as they think that it is. But Asper Media is doing it, and I'm guessing they're going to have some help. I don't think they're going to be doing it solo because they don't really have the track record to really do that stuff. So we'll see, because they'll need to have a big, gigantic team to do that. KOTOR remake. And not just a remaster, which they can do by themselves, for sure. But a remake is going to take a lot of fucking work. A lot of fucking work. Not going to be easy. Now, the things I do want them to change is probably, I was doing a live stream of KOTOR 2, so I recommend you check out my live streams, and I discuss a bunch of things from there. For KOTOR 2, I do a lot of live streams. I recommend they probably change the combat system, and one of my watchers was telling me that. One of my good friends was telling me that. And I kind of agree with him, because the combat is kind of dated, and it's not the greatest. And I definitely think they could change some things from that. Absolutely. So, I think it could go from, the evolution of how the Final Fantasy series, Final Fantasy VII, when it comes to the combat for that, the JRPGs combat, where it was more like, you attack, you have to wait for the enemy attack, wait for the enemy attack, then you attack back. More slow paced like that, to all of a sudden be transformed into the Final Fantasy VII Remake, where it's more streamlined and free-flowing. And there's no stopping in the middle of combat. They're just fighting, and you're constantly coming up with new attacks and new strategies to combat your opponent. So, in that regard, I would love to see KOTOR become that. Not so much stopping and engaging in what you're doing. Even though I like that type of combat, I don't have a problem with it whatsoever, but I do see why people have a problem with it and why it's dated in many ways in regards to that. So maybe more a streamlined and more fast-paced approach to the combat is definitely a way to go. Absolutely. One thing I don't want them to change is the dialogue. Do not change the dialogue. I know they'll make it more streamlined in regards to that. But I don't want them to change that because I love the dialogue. I love the choices you make. And leaving the character at a blank slate almost, I would love that. I don't think putting a voice to Revan is... I don't know. I don't think that's something that you need in the game. But I have a feeling they might go in that direction and might change the dialogue stuff to fit it more Mass Effect-like, even though I love Mass Effect. But if you pick a choice, pick a dialogue choice, they don't even say that whole thing. They just say like a really huge sentence or something completely different in that regard, in that way. So I want to see the same dialogue. I would love to see that. And changing the combat and the graphics, oh my god, yeah, they could do so much with the graphics. The characters, the worlds they could explore. There's a lot they could do with this remake, man. And I have a feeling they're gonna get some of the Old Republic teams involved with that. Some of the members there because they're familiar with that as well. So I'm going to be covering this, more on, and I guess when we get more news associated with this game, more videos, more articles that discuss this, I'm definitely going to be discussing this more in the future. So I really appreciate you guys watching this video, guys, hearing my thoughts associated with this remake, and I hope to see you guys on my check out my KOTOR 2 live streams. I'm going to be doing one next week. And we're going to be in Nar Shaddaa and then going to Dantooine. So I'm going to be continuing my KOTOR 2 live streams with the restoration content mod. And yeah, still big fan of KOTOR, so it'll be interesting to see how they approach the remake. So hope to see you guys on the next video, and love to see you guys join me on my live streams, and I'll see you then. Peace.